Tell us about a famous animal in your world and what they're famous for. Greetings and salutations. I'm Janet from World Anvil, and it is day 24 of the Worldbuilding Advent Calendar. Merry Christmas for everybody who celebrates today, and let's talk about some weird animals. So for this prompt, you won't be using the species template, which we usually use when we're talking about animals, because we're not talking about an entire species, we're talking about a single animal. So for that reason, we're going to be using the character template. Now, some of you might be looking at me slightly weirdly right now, but for example, Laika was the first animal in space, first dog in space, and therefore counts to me as a famous animal. In terms of famous horses, we have Bucephalus, who was the mount of Alexander the Great, their famous horse, and of course, Red Rum, who is the most famous horse in horse racing history. And since we're talking about farm animals, how about Dolly the sheep, the first mammal to successfully be cloned? That is one hell of a famous animal. The animal in question in your world might be associated with a famous person, a pet, a mount, or similar. They might be associated with exploration or an extraordinary feat of technological innovation, like Dolly the sheep, for example. The animal might be famous because it is infamous. What if a famous tiger got out of a zoo, for example? That would be a famous animal, not necessarily for the good reasons, particularly if it ate somebody. So there's a lot of different ways that you can go with this prompt. Think about the species of your animal, what they might have done. Think about important incidents of conflict in your world and how animals can be used to represent or be figureheads for that conflict or current affairs. I'll be back tomorrow with another world building prompt, and in the meantime, grab your hammer, eat a mince pie for me, and go world build.